I seek to learn and share with you my own journey and path of learning and understanding on the level I am.
The interpretation and views are my own.
The Prophet, on Pain by Kahlil Gibran. And a woman spoke, saying, Tell us of pain.
And he said, Your pain is the breaking of the shell that encloses your understanding. Even as the stone of the fruit must break, that its heart may stand in the sun, so must you know pain.
And could you keep your heart in wonder at the daily miracles of your life, your pain would not seem less wondrous than your joy, and you would accept the seasons of your heart, even as you have always accepted the seasons that pass over your fields.
And you would watch with serenity through the winters of your grief. Much of your pain is self-chosen. It is the bitter potion by which the physician within you heals your sick self.
Therefore trust the physician, and drink his remedy in silence and tranquility, for his hand, though heavy and hard, is guided by the tender hand of the unseen, and the cup he brings, though it burn your lips, has been fashioned of the clay which the potter has moistened with his own sacred tears.
This chapter, on pain, is one of the most profound in the Prophet.
Gibran doesn't soothe with false comfort, he dignifies pain, presenting it as a necessary passage to deeper understanding. The Prophet, on Pain by Kahlil Gibran. Philosophical and Psychological Analysis.
1. Your pain is the breaking of the shell that encloses your understanding.
Philosophical insight: pain is not merely something to endure, it is a process of opening. Just as a seed must break for life to emerge, so must our illusions and protections fracture for truth and awareness to grow.
Psychological view: this aligns with transformational suffering. Growth often begins at the point of discomfort.
The mind resists, but the soul knows, to evolve, something must be shattered, often pride, expectations, or attachments.
Reflection: this reminds me that pain isn't against me. It's a midwife to wisdom. What I thought was breaking me was actually revealing me. 2. Even as the stone of the fruit must break, that its heart may stand in the sun. Symbolism: this is a stunning metaphor.
The fruit stone is the hard kernel of the self, ego, identity, habit.
Pain is the sunlight reaching that inner seed. Without the break, there's no bloom.
Insight: in my own journey, I felt how pain forces a kind of spiritual honesty.
It strips away what's no longer needed. The sun, then, is not punishment, it's presence. 3. Could you keep your heart in wonder?
Pain would not seem less wondrous than joy.
Philosophical twist: this line flips our dualistic thinking. We assume joy is good, pain is bad.
But Gibran invites us into radical wonder, to regard all experience as meaningful, even sacred.
Psychological practice: this is the essence of mindful acceptance. When we stay curious instead of resistant, pain loses its grip. We begin to witness it rather than wither beneath it.
Thought: it challenges me. Can I meet my grief with the same awe I offer to joy?
Maybe pain isn't the opposite of love, but it's sharpening.
4.
Accept the seasons of your heart, as the seasons that pass over your fields.
Nature's wisdom: Gibran returns us to the metaphor of nature. Everything has seasons.
We do not curse winter for being cold. We understand its role. So too with sorrow.
Emotional intelligence: resisting pain prolongs it.
Accepting it allows flow. Like winter prepares the earth for spring, pain prepares the soul for deeper blooming. Connection: this brought me peace. I've had winters of the heart, times I didn't understand. But they were seasons, not sentences. And in time, the thaw came. 5. Much of your pain is self-chosen. Honest psychology: this is not blame, it's empowerment.
So much of our pain comes from clinging to outdated beliefs, people, illusions.
We often drink suffering to protect our image of self.
Spiritual maturity: to acknowledge that is to take responsibility, not for what happened to us, but for how we respond, hold on, or let go. Truth: this line stung a little.
And freed me.
I've carried certain griefs longer than necessary, not because they couldn't be healed, but because I hadn't yet released what they protected. 6.
The bitter potion by which the physician within you heals your sick self.
Beautiful paradox: pain becomes medicine. The soul, likened here to a divine physician, knows exactly what you need, even if it tastes bitter. The cure isn't always pleasant, but it is always wise.
Jungian insight, this is shadow work. The healing comes not from avoiding pain, but from meeting it fully.
The bitterness forces us to confront our hidden sickness, fear, ego, guilt. 7.
Trust the physician. Drink his remedy in silence and tranquility. Reflection, there's something deeply calming here. A call to surrender. Not passive suffering, but conscious allowing.
The pain isn't here to punish, it's here to purify. Soulful reminder, the healing hand is unseen, but always present.
Trust it. Let the medicine do its work.
8.
The cup he brings has been fashioned with his own sacred tears. Sacred image, even God, the potter, weeps.
The medicine of pain is not given coldly, it is formed from divine empathy.
The tears that shaped the cup are the tears of love. Final thought, this moved me deeply. We are not alone in our pain. Even our suffering is held by the sacred. If I remember this, I can face any winter with a quiet strength.
Thank you for sharing in my journey.